Hello, Mirembe Mwesi, Mirembe Handi. Welcome to Nabure Chesa TV, where humility plus simplicity equals authenticity. My name is Mildred Chesa. I am a life, marriage, and relationship coach by experience and a broadcast journalist by profession. On today's topic, we are going to talk about introverts, extroverts, and ambiverts. And it's in continuation to our topic of who are you. Now, an introvert is somebody who likes their own space. They are like being quiet most of the time, and they only open up to specific people that they feel they are close to, and they do not like crowds or being around so many people. And extroverts are people who are very social, talkative, and they are open and they just like being around people. And ambiverts are both introverts and extroverts. Um, when we were talking about who are you, we said that sometimes many people don't know who they are because of where they come from, because of the traumas they went through, defined who they are for now, and that is what defines them. But when you now want to define who you truly are, let's say as an introvert, maybe you are an introvert because when you are growing up, maybe you are an extrovert, but because of the way you are loud and you talked too much and you were always bubbly and all over the place, and maybe you're surrounded by people who kept on putting you down, like you're too loud, you talk too much, like they made sure that every time you're being yourself and you're out there social and everything, they made sure to put you down. And because of that, you became an introvert, not because you want to, but because you just want to not rub people the wrong way, or you want them to like you. So you decided, okay, they think I'm too loud or they think I talk too much. So let me calm down so that they can see me that I'm a better person or whatever. And maybe growing up, you were an introvert. And because of that, everybody kept on telling you you're boring. Why don't you like being around people? You're a snob. And because of that, you maybe felt that if I become an extrovert, like if I am all over the place, if I'm social, if I'm talkative and all that, they will accept me, they will like me, and they will see me. So you became an extrovert, not because you are naturally an extrovert, but because you want them to accept you and to see you in a different light. Therefore, when we look at these two, we see that some people, that is, we come up with the fact that some people are introverts or extroverts, not because they are naturally extroverts or introverts, but because of their traumas, they decided one way or the other. And that is why I had said in my previous video that most of us feel empty and void because we are not who we are naturally. We are who we are because of the traumas and what was really manifested into us to become what other people wanted to see and not not what we truly are. Therefore, when you identify such things and you accept that I went through this and I became this, and then you start your healing process to unlearn and to learn new ways of becoming the real you, so that you can heal that void and you can heal that emptiness that you keep feeling. Because if you were an introvert and became an extrovert because they kept on telling you you're boring because you're an introvert, you will never really feel comfortable being an extrovert. You will always feel like, do I have to do this? Do I have to be all over the place? Do I have, and you will always feel more comfortable when you're alone and when you're into your own space. And that will tell you that you are still carrying that burden that was pushed on you, and you're still doing what others expect of you. And if you are an extrovert, but you are pushed into an introvert because of what you are being told, you're too loud, you talk too much, you're too social, then, but when you are an introvert, you don't feel like that is you. When you're around people and you're talking and you, that is when you feel alive. So those are some of the things that you need to heal and understand, so that you come up with your own, you own your own craft and say, I am tired of being an introvert because people want me to be an introvert. I'm tired of being an extrovert because that is what people expect from me. Now I am me. I am an introvert and I'm going to be an introvert. I'm an extrovert and I'm going to be an extrovert, and I'm going to embrace wholesomely who I am. And if you are an ambivert, these are people who, sometimes you see, like, there are people who are very talkative when they are in crowds and when they are around people, but if you meet them one on one, they're not really that talkative, and maybe you might feel like they're snobbing you, or they just don't like you, or you start wondering why they're behaving the way they're behaving. But the truth is, it means that they are ambiverts. They are both introverts and extroverts. So sometimes they are extroverted and sometimes they are introverted. And in fact, these are people who are so misunderstood. And sometimes it is so hard to make others understand that I am talkative, yes, but not all the time. Sometimes I'm just a quiet and laid back person, and I like that. I like my space. Or I I am more of an introvert than an extrovert. So when you see me as an extrovert, do not expect that I will be extroverted like for a longer period of time. Or I am more of an extrovert than an introvert, but sometimes I am an introvert. So ambiverts are not understood most of the time, because people think like they are pretending or they're trying to be who they are not. But in the real sense, it's just that they're both introverts and extroverts. So being who you are is important, but the most important thing is identifying and accepting that you will not be happy if you keep doing what other people expect of you, in such a way that if you're an introvert, embrace it and let everybody know that you're an introvert by being you. If you're an extrovert, the same. If you are an ambivert, the same. Just be comfortable within you and understand yourself, because that is what is more important. Your happiness and your self-love is important to you, and you cannot realize that if you do not learn and unlearn things that you need to, so that you embrace who you are at the end of the day. That was all for today. Thank you so much for joining us. Remember to comment, share, and hit that notification button so that every time we upload a video, you will be notified. Keep it simple, coherent.